Hello and welcome to I'm Not Judging, but the podcast where we, three mums of school-age kids, dive into the hilarious, chaotic and sometimes questionable world of modern parenting. I'm Briony Williams.
I'm Charlie Fuge.
And I'm Vix Wilshire. We're not experts and we're definitely not perfect.
But we're in the thick of it, just like you.
We're here to say the things you're thinking with absolutely no judgment. Well, maybe just a little bit. Coming up on I'm Not Judging, but today.
Try laugh on purpose. And you're gonna laugh on real. Yeah, if I have a really, really bad day, I'm starting like... I saw semi-finalists, finalists, and winners. That's it, we can go home. There is no way we can do it, but let's just make a show, yeah? So we came as a James Bond and Penny.
Oh!
I'm not judging, but don't believe on Instagram all these pictures. No, this is all lies. Don't believe what you see. It's a lie.
Hi, gorgeous girlies. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Oh, I missed your faces.
I miss you.
So how have our weeks been? Good?
Festive. Wow, we've got the festive flu. That's Gareth.
It's horrible.
So he is, I know, but you know, like when they're like, oh, I'm so ill, and you're like, oh, don't breathe on me though.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then like in bed, they're like, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to erect a screen.
Yes.
You know, to be like, that's the sick bed over there. Oh, bless him.
You got any
but he's
masks left
poorly.
over from COVID? Just pop it on when he's sleeping.
Oh, when he's sleeping, love him. But yeah, so he's poorly.
Vix, you hosted Prim's annual Christmas party this week.
I did. Oh my God, it was so lovely. So I've known her friends, the mums I've known since our eldest, so Daisy, like 13. We all had children around the same time. So Prim has three lovely friends that she's basically grown up with. So they came round and the mums came round. So it's more of I said to Prim, I was like, we need to call this Prim and Mummy's annual Christmas party. And she was like, no. So they came round with them and we did they made air dry snowmen and we played games and it was just so lovely because they just get on really well and it was so easy. We had lovely charcuterie. Oh, is that how you say it? Anyway, cheese and breads and stuff. And it was just really lovely. And then the kids, classic, actual 80s, 90s type of thing that I did as a kid, put on a play for us.
Yeah,
which was,
I
know,
that.
it was amazing, but it was two parts. And the first part was 7.5 minutes long, which doesn't sound a lot. And then they were like, record it. So I was just and then every so often I'd be going, yay! And they'd be like, it's not finished yet. So and then we just had to be silent, just watch them. And it was brilliant. It was just lovely to see them do that as well. It was just, I had a lovely time. And I love that she still wants to do it every year. Yeah, it was totes wholesome.
Sounds
it was
amazing.
Love.
Can I just say as well how impressed I am that Prim has established an annual Christmas party at the ripe old age of 8. I think that's sensational.
I think this is her third year.
What a legend.
Oh my God, I love that. She's an icon.
She's iconic.
She's an icon. She is.
Icon. She is.
What about you, babe? What have you been up to?
I have been a little bit all over the shop. I have been up to Stockport to do some filming for Morning Live, which was fun. Met some really nice people, which I do a lot in this job, which is lovely. Mum was a bit poorly, so I had to get her down the doctors.
Oh, love her.
Yeah, she had pneumonia last year, so when she started getting a cough, I was like, right,
it's horrible.
Yeah,
gonna get you down the docks and make sure you're okay. And just there's something about their generation before them as well. They didn't like to make a fuss.
Yeah.
No, I'll be fine. I was like, no, we're gonna go down.
Yeah.
So yeah, just bits and bobs like that. Now, a bit later, we're going to be meeting a very exciting guest, my friend and fellow Bake Off contestant, the really lovely Nelly Ghaffar.
Oh, I can't wait.
I love her so much. When she was on Bake Off, I was like, she is my absolute favourite. Her energy is next level. She's just so funny, but also just so positive all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for you girls to meet her. before we meet lovely Nelly, we are going to, of course, do our section, which we love to call Overheard in the Playground. What goss have you got for us this week, Vix?
Wow. Okay. So I overheard two parents having a chat about a play date that had happened like the previous week. So their two boys are in year 1, 2, so about 6, I think. And they'd gone over to, well, one of them had gone over to a mutual friend of theirs' house. And then she'd found out that at the play date, all he had done was play video games and watch TV. And that was it. And they were having a little chat about that. But basically, the little boy who had the play date, he's the youngest of like 3 boys. And the people that were chatting and a bit annoyed about it, about the whole kind of watching the TV and video gaming on a play date, that's their eldest and they've got younger ones. So I was just... So I'm not judging, but that woman's got 3 kids and then she's added another one to the mix. And I just think, what's the harm? Like, just watching a bit. I'd rather than be watching like TV and playing a video game and just having a bit of a nice time. Like, if you're that bothered, you do the play date and build a castle and get the paper mache out.
I'm sorry, but I'm not judging, but if you're hosting the play date, as long as that child is safe and well looked after, fed and watered, what does it matter what they're doing?
I totally agree. And I think I'm judging on the person throwing shade on that.
Yeah.
Don't throw the shade.
Yeah.
Also, what would that kid be doing at home?
Yeah.
Like when they get home from school,
probably paper mache or something wholesome like that.
Playing the violin.
Yeah.
Learning, doing his weekly Sudoku.
Doing his times tables.
Learning Mandarin.
Oh. But everyone needs a bit of a chill out, no?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And if someone's got my child, as long as they're happy and healthy,
They're
do whatever you want.
They're fine.
Yes, exactly. Obviously, it depends like what video games they were playing, but like by the sounds of it, it was just that I think they were more annoyed about the fact that they were just having screen time. Well, like, don't get me wrong, I love doing stuff with my kids that is fun and creative, but sometimes, you know, a little bit of a game.
Like you wouldn't want them on like Call of Duty or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So, okay, if it's like they're playing the Sega Mega Drive, bit of Sonic.
Yeah.
Bit of Sonic, you know, Sonic's not hurting anyone.
Tell me you're a millennial without telling me you're a millennial. Jesus. Maybe play a bit of GoldenEye, maybe.
We were doing it back then as well. It's fine.
Sorry, I think you're right. But that comes into the safety aspect, doesn't it?
Yes,
being safe
100%.
and healthy, and I think that should be factored into that. But yeah, I would not judge someone else when they've got my child, as long as they are doing age appropriate.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But that's not what the conversation sounded like. It just sounded
like
more
like they're just
it wasn't like,
that
oh my
in front of
god,
the screen.
She was letting them play Roblox, which I wouldn't like personally.
No.
But I think it was just more about the screen time. I thought,
Yeah.
You're a bit righteous.
Today on I'm Not Judging, but we're joined by a woman who stole our hearts on Bake Off and has kept us laughing ever since. Please welcome the wonderful Nelly Ghaffar! Welcome, Nelly. I feel like you're just going to slot right into the energy here. I think it's just going to work beautifully.
I will try my best.
Thank you so much for coming onto the podcast today. It's lovely to have you here.
Yay.
We're excited, aren't we, girls?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
oh my God, super excited.
So, tell us a bit about your family. Tell us about kids, partners, dogs. Very important. Don't forget to mention the pooches.
Well, I have 2 children, as most of the people know. 2 boys, very boisterous, very loving, but very stressful, you know. Especially now before Christmas, they always want to help. And I'm sure, ladies, you all know when kids helping, it isn't that perfect how you want for Instagram video. It's like, leave it, just cover it. This is for Instagram. Don't touch it, don't eat it, don't lick it. You know, so that's my life, you know. And then my husband come back home from work and he said, oh, what's this? I said, I didn't record it yet. So I have 3 boys plus the sausage dog, which one is boy as well. So yeah.
Oh.
So many boys in your house. How old are your sons?
Sammy is 11. He's gonna be 12 soon, and Adris is 8. And my husband, you don't want to know.
Oh, wow. I mean, now we want to hear from you, Nelly, because me, Vicky and Charlie have all got girls. So we want to know, what is it like raising boys?
Oh, yes.
Well, a lot of people say girls are harder as a teenagers, but I wouldn't say so because it is really depend of the boy. My younger one is very boisterous, you know. I always says my younger one, he will take me when I'm all to pub for a dinner and for a football match. And my older one is very like, he love opera, he love shows, he love go for coffee, shopping. So I have everything, you know. He's more gentle and kind and caring. So he will take me for a show, for an opera and for a, you know, some nice dinner, you know. So I have it all really, you know. And, you know, I have a dog as well, and he's like unconditional love, you know, regardless if I'm angry or happy, he still love me. So it is great, but I do wish I would have a girl as well. But you know what? Sometimes you just need to get on and be happy what you got. And I'm very blessed what I have, and I have more than I expect in my life. So yeah.
Oh, that's so
lovely.
So, Nelly, what's the most ridiculous thing your kids have judged you for this week?
Oh, this is a question. I didn't think about this one, but I teach kids don't judge actually.
Yeah.
Because we all are different, and it's not just be different, but every day is different day as well. Different mood, different opportunities, different falls and different ups. So never judge people. My older one is at the moment going through a change because he's going to puberty, you know, so he will come home, oh, this boy didn't be kind to me. But I says, you don't know what he's going through at home. Please don't judge because you don't know what is behind the closed door. So I am trying not to judge. And I'm trying because I'm a human being and we all judge. You know, you walk out and you see somebody else and, oh my God. But then I'm thinking, stop. Look at yourself. Look at yourself, and that's what matters. And I always say, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm teaching
That's
kids.
good advice.
Do you know what? That's an oldie, but a goodie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that other one where it's like, think, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? And I think that's a really important thing to try and instill in all of us, really, adults and children.
Definitely.
You're right, Nelly. It starts at home. So you're like, kids, don't judge me because we're not a judgy house.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We very much on this podcast, we reflect a lot on how we judge ourselves and how harsh we are on ourselves. And I think, you know, you're really good, Nelly, at sharing your positive attitude online. And I love your Instagram because it's just a bundle of sunshine. And you do put that out there into the world, in a world which is quite scary and dark at the moment. How do you kind of maintain that sort of positive attitude?
You know what? I have a bad days. And when you don't see anything on Instagram, that means I have a bad day. Yeah. So, or if I don't post much, or especially stories, I try to always, you know, that means I have a bad day because I do have a bad day. I'm a human being. However, I try to laugh about it and how funny it sounds and how ridiculous it's going to sound, but try laugh on purpose. Just try, just laugh. And you're going to laugh of real. Yeah. If I have a really, really bad day, I'm starting like, I know
It's infectious.
horrible, but you're gonna start laugh.
Yeah. It's
And my
infectious.
kids start laugh, and I'm absolutely. And my older son, I say he's going through the homework. I hate school. I hate this, and I hate that. You know. And I start laughing, and he start laughing. And Mom, you are crazy.
Yeah.
But try. Seriously, try. It's worth. It's worth.
Laughing therapy. I love it.
Yeah. So I'm here for it.
Now, Nelly, do your kids bake with you? Do they enjoy baking? And
They
do
laugh.
they bake
And
with you?
it's not just about baking, it's a cooking. I call it baking and cooking is a therapy for us.
Lovely.
Because especially as kids getting older, they, you know, when you pick them up from school, how was school? Okay. That's it. Because they don't want to tell you that day is such a massive day. You need to split it in parts if you want to really find out how was their day. So I always start, oh, did you enjoy the lunch? And who was sitting next to you? You know, we kind of spread it. But they don't like to, some people drive with kids and talk because you don't patronize them, you don't look. I cook and bake with kids. So that's how we, this is, I says always, for me, food is a trauma, but also therapy for my children. So if you're going to read my book, you're going to find out a lot of things because about my childhood and how I turn it to actually therapy now.
Wow. So do you find that the kids find it easier to talk to you? I know what you said about driving.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're facing forward, it can be easier to have a difficult conversation in the car. Do you find kind of doing the baking and going through the process that the kids just kind of open up a little bit more because they're not necessarily focusing on what they're saying, more what they're doing?
Yeah, exactly. And especially I choose something what we can sit down, like make a meatballs. So we make the dough and we sit down and we roll it. You know, roll it down the river. Anyway, sorry. Sorry.
Rolling.
Briony, no, I always sing. I
love it. Sing to us, Nelly. Sing to us.
I can't sing, that's the trouble. So, especially when we can sit and when we do pasta together, when we do little balls, so we sit down, we create them, and then they talk, and, they start telling me such a things which one you don't even think, they just, I don't know, I teach them that, then we talk, especially when I see they are upset. So let's cook. Last Friday, I did risotto with my older one. And again, we had that therapy when we've been stirring the risottos hundreds times, as you know, that's take time, yeah? Stirring, yeah, absolutely. You need to try it. It's great. And baking is great, especially now Christmas biscuits,
Yes.
Sit down, cut them out, decorate them, talk about Christmas, smell it, feel it, laugh, peace, calm down. Yesterday, I was doing with my older one. He says, Mommy, I was so stressed. But this calmed me down.
Lovely.
That's such good advice, Nelly. Like, I think that's a lovely thing because, we all have to eat. So we all have to cook and prep food. And I think it's lovely. I think it's great to get the kids involved anyway with cooking. But I love the thought of like it helping them open up. I think that could help a lot of people. Thank you for sharing that. But
also we teach them for a future. And I have 2 boys and I wanted their 3-day wives.
Yes, well done, Nelly.
Yes, this is what we like. Tell us more about your book, Nelly, because it sounds amazing.
It's really funny. When I enter, I never think I will be in Bake Off anyway, but when I enter to Bake Off, people ask me like, our baker fellow, will you do book? I said, no, I can't even write. I can't speak English. How I can do book, But then everybody asking me and everybody selling me like, your stories and your baking is so inspiring. And, so this is one of this is what I am proud on. This book created 2 women, 2 mothers. Now boys are schoolmates. And she just says, you know what? I was editor in a magazine. Do you want to do book? I'm like, okay, let's do it. It's only 2 of us. We create whole that book. That book from the first page to the last page. Only what we're using is a publisher to print it out. That's it. This book is so original that you can't get anywhere. There is nobody could tell me anything what I can do or I can't do. I did it. Maybe some people gonna like it. Some people maybe don't. But it isn't about baking. It is about my life and my childhood. And it is about encourage people. If you don't bake, buy this book because there are stories and maybe you will bake because you're going to have the story in there. This is more kind of encouraging people bake and read together.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. When is it released?
18th of December. It will be available in the UK. So yes, through my website. It was such a stressful time for me. Oh, I tell you, I was thinking, book, we're just gonna did it by August, done, dusted. Doesn't work that way.
Never that easy.
No, but it is a trilogy.
A trilogy.
It is a trilogy. Yes. Wow. So next year gonna come adulthood and then motherhood.
Excellent.
So it's a childhood, adulthood, motherhood.
Love that.
So also the recipe is gonna get increased. This in book 1 is from my childhood. So this is all recipe for beginners. So I hope people who don't bake will buy it and try it and maybe encouraging them bake. And then they're gonna buy the second one, which one gonna be a little bit more higher level of baking. And hopefully in the third one gonna be masterpieces. I'm not quite sure about that.
Oh, so Nelly, the secret is out that you and Bri are both back in the Bake Off tent. This New Year's Day, 6:40 on Channel 4. Can you give us any behind the scenes gossip at all? Come on.
I can't.
A little bit of
I
goss.
can't.
Goss,
We are
guys.
all so good and nice to each other.
We were, weren't we? Do you know what my favourite thing was? Is that Nelly showed up in a full ball gown with a fur jacket, like faux fur jacket, and Andy turned up in a tux. And I walked out of my room and I was like, well, they've already won. Look at this. Look at them.
Oh,
Amazing.
No, I gotta tell you something. When we obviously we didn't know who is with us in the tent, yeah. So me and Andy, when we walk in the restaurant, and now I saw semi-finalists, finalists, and winners, and asked me and Andy. I'm thinking, that's it. That's it. We can go home. That's it. There is no way. And I says to Andy, because Andy is very kind of, he want to be perfect and deliver. I said, Andy, there is no way we can do it, but let's just make a show, yeah? So we came as a James Bond and Penny.
Oh, yes, Nelly.
The joy you brought to that tent, you were just brilliant. It was just constantly, and the way that you and Andy connect with each other and speak to each other, you can tell that there's so much love there between you two. It's just, it was because they were on the bench behind us, so it was just dreamy, like having them
I bet you couldn't concentrate. I've been
No,
too
it's just
busy
brilliant.
laughing.
Because again, because I'm such a fan of Bake Off, I always have been. So when I'm around other bakers, I get so excited. Like, I know, Nelly, you feel it too. Like you said, when you walk into that room. How did you find it, Nelly, baking with someone in the tent? Because that's the twist on it, is that we did it in pairs.
Oh, stressful with Andy Bake. Never again. I just give up. I was like, let him do it. Let him do his business. I will be his background, his curtain. So that was it.
Yeah, a lot of the time I turn around and Nelly would just be having a cup of tea or something. She's like, I'm just going to let Andy get on with it.
Exactly. I just come for the tasting,
Yeah.
I came for the food, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Quite right too.
Yeah.
Now, Nelly, I've been reading about Slovakian Christmas traditions, and I read the other day that on Christmas Day you fast for 12 hours, and then you break the fast with 12 dishes, and then if you see a golden pig, then you'll have luck for the next year. So my questions are: do you follow this tradition?
Where are
do
the golden
you have a
pigs?
golden pig, and where can I get one?
Yeah.
Now, after you, the things is, after you eat the 12 dishes, you spin so much that you see the golden.
So it's just a hallucination.
People drink as well, so food and alcohol. You're gonna see all sorts, not just the gold pigs. In my country, also, when you do the 12 dishes, you dish extra plate as well on the table, just in case somebody around is going, and you're gonna invite somebody who doesn't have money or is alone. You always invite them in your house. Here, if I go on the street and I'm gonna allow somebody. Invite somebody in my house for a dinner, they're gonna think I'm some kukulala person. Wanna call them in my house.
This next part contains behind-the-scenes Christmas magic, so if you've got little ears nearby, pause now.
Now it's time for Between You and Me, our listeners' chance to spill the tea or ask us for our advice. How are you with advice? I mean, I know how you are with advice, Nelly. Excellent. I think you're going to be really good at this.
This is going to be great.
It's going to be a good one.
So this week we've had an email from Charlotte in Devon. I'm going to read it. Here we go. Hi ladies, I need your help. I have 2 children aged 5 and 7 and I've managed to avoid Elf on the Shelf so far. This feels familiar. But this year I caved as the kids have been begging for one. It's day 3 when I'm sending you this email and I'm already regretting my decision. Please could you share any ideas you have to do with the elf or how I can get myself out of this? I can't do another 21 days. Thank you in advance, Charlotte.
Oh, poor Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte, what have you done?
What have you done, Charlotte?
done?
Nelly, do you elf?
Yes, I do.
Oh, Nelly!
Oh.
But I have a helper, my older son, so he's doing it. So this is all right.
Oh, rope the older child in. That's a great idea.
Because he doesn't believe anymore, what is sad. Like, it's sad, but last year he came to me and he says, Mommy, I know Santa doesn't exist. And I'm thinking, oh no, now I'm going to be in trouble. But it's okay. I will not spoil it for his brother. We will do it together. Don't worry, I will help you. So it's kind of, I was sad that he grew up already. But another side, I can see how much he's trying to make that magic and that special Christmas time for our younger one. And it's nice. Like yesterday, he taped them all over the kitchen kitchen cooker that they're trying to cook each other on the pan. I was thinking,
Amazing.
oh my God, where he get this from? But yeah, so it's nice. I have now helper, so I'm quite lucky. But I've been there last 5 years or 6 years when I started, so I got enough. And there is no advice really. She did it. She have to get with it.
She's got to get on with it. Got to get on with it, Charlotte.
I've got some advice for a fellow Charlotte. Charlotte to Charlotte, you listening, Charlotte? If you want to pull out, send them back to the North Pole. Santa needs help. You can cut it short, send them back to the North Pole. Or you're just going to have to, persevere for the next few years. But if you want out, you can go, Santa
Send them back to the North Pole.
Called him back. Yeah.
You could do some little footprints in some icing sugar to make it look like he's heading out the door.
Yeah. To the North Pole.
Absolutely.
Up the chimney.
There we go.
There
Day
he
12
goes.
done. He's gone.
And a good old bit of Nutella in a cup with it sat on it, pretending to do a poo. That's what I do. That's great.
Yeah. Do you know what? If she does want to keep it going and he doesn't end up going back to the North Pole, if you go online anywhere like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, there are so many ideas. So many ideas that you can do for free. Like you don't have to buy anything special. Literally just, like Vicky's was it taped to the tree, Vix?
It's just taped to the tree.
There you go.
It moves every day. It doesn't really do anything. And she's happy with it just moving. So we're like, great.
Like Nelly said, it's keeping that magic alive, isn't it?
Yeah,
and that's all
exactly.
they really want.
Yeah.
So you've got this, Charlotte. And if you don't, you can take Charlotte's advice and send it back to the North Pole.
Send it back to the North Pole.
We hope you're enjoying our unqualified, friendly advice, as we love hearing from you all. So please keep sending your emails in to imnotjudgingbutpod@gmail.com or DM us with a voice note on Instagram @imnotjudgingbutpod. So there we go. Right, we're going to move on to In the News now. In the news, every week we bring you the latest stories from the beautiful and chaotic world of parenting. This week, I saw a really interesting video posted by Ireland's Data Protection Commission. They've just launched a campaign urging parents to think twice before sharing personal data about their children online, and it's gone viral. Parents are describing it as powerful, a must-watch, and totally effective. Let's play it and have a watch, and we'll see what you all think.
Hi, Ava.
Do you know that man?
Happy birthday, Ava. 8 already. Look like you'd a ball with your friends.
I see you're back playing football Thursdays, Ava. Hope your dad picks you up on time for once.
Every time you share their life online, you risk sharing their personal data with the world. Pause before you post. A message from the Data Protection Commission.
It's quite powerful, isn't it? Yeah. So just to explain to our listeners who didn't see that, basically you can see a little girl walking through a shopping centre with her parents, and then all these adults are heard sort of making comments at her. She looks confused, and then by the end of the video, she's clearly quite distressed. It finishes with a man looking at social media on his phone as he travels up an escalator and screenshots a picture of the girl. And it ends with what we just heard. Every time you share their life online, you're risking sharing their personal data with the world. Pause before you post. Now, I think this is something like we've talked about this a lot. We talk about it outside of the podcast as well. We live in a very different world now to when we were growing up. And we do have families. And obviously people are very proud to share their families online. And it's very tricky. But I suppose, what do you feel like when you saw that video, Nelly? How did that make you feel?
Thinking about my kids, what I'm doing with their pictures straight away, you want to keep them safe. We are public figure, so, you really need to think like what you put on. I do post sometimes picture with my children, like yesterday I did just a picture and there's the Christmas tree, but I always try to cover any kind of sign of school or where we live, what we're doing. These pictures are old, they are not necessary which one they've been doing yesterday or day before. I try, that they don't know where we really are. And it is a scary world. However, if you don't let them do it, they're outsiders. So you need to really balance it really well, this social media as well. My son is almost 12 in January, and, he want to have a social media, right? Because everybody else does. And I says, no, we're not. And it's really hard because it's like, as a parent, it's hard. What is right and what is wrong? We don't know. We do not know. This is right. With all this AL. And I mean, I had somebody try to steal my kids about 1.5 years. They come and give them ice cream while I just pop into the shop and let them sit outside on the bench where I can see them, just to go and buy chewy gums. I said, I'm just gonna pop in, and because they've been eating, and somebody come to them with the ice cream and calling them like they got more ice cream than puppies.
Oh my God.
Literally
Oh my
seconds.
God.
Literally in seconds. Yeah, that's happened. And I just come out but I'm so proud because my children, they say, no, thank you. Even my younger one, they've been really good. No, thank you. We are waiting for mommy. And my older one took my younger one and come to show because I was looking, who's that? Why are they talking to them?
Yeah.
And
Wow.
So I teach them well in that respect, but it's quite scary.
Very.
Yeah.
So you need to be really, really careful about all the social media and and teaching. You can't not to say no, because then they don't gonna know. You keep them in a close, like in a bubble, no nothing, and then suddenly they are 18, they go out, and then they are naive. So a little bit secure, be open and listen to them, let them do something secure. You can't hold them and walk with them, but you can walk beside them, and if they're falling, to hold them. Do you understand what I mean? I don't know if you understand.
Definitely.
Because some parents are carrying them constantly, and it's not okay, because kids need to learn. They need to have that bubble and fall, and but as long as you're there to hold them, that's what matters. So they need to learn, and they need to learn social media. They need to understand what is a cyberbully, because once they're gonna be 17 and suddenly they start doing it, then the trouble is coming. So
Yeah, that's such a good point. And I think, like you say, it's a balance, and it's really hard to find it, because nobody's ever brought up children in this social media environment before. We're the first kind of generation to be bringing it. So we don't know what we're doing. Like,
not at all.
We didn't have all this when we were kids.
And also on Facebook, I have literally tried to put my photos to private. It's really hard to do. So it's actually, they don't want you to make all these things private. Some of the social media platforms. Really tricky.
I'm from abroad, so all my family is abroad, and Facebook was always a platform where I share my life before back off. So, but as you say, it's really hard to to make something private, or who can see your picture. So I just completely make private my account, and I completely reduce all my friends to closest family, because I do share where we going, what we doing, because this is the communication where people go to, where my mother go and see the boys and etc. So it is really, really hard. And then I have another one, which one is public, and when I share only what I really want. So only that way I can control it. I can't have one account, because as you say, it's really difficult. So I just have 2 different accounts.
That's good advice. So you can really keep one
that's
private.
really good advice. Yeah. I have the last couple of years started asking Nora's permission about whether I can post pictures of her. So I don't post loads and loads about her, because I don't want to post loads about her. I like, the odd kind of picture here or there. But I have sort of said to her, is this okay? And she most of the time says, no, I don't want you to post that. And I'm like, okay.
What I find difficult with Facebook is that when Facebook came out, I was probably, 18, 19, something like that. So for me, Facebook has like photographs and stuff like that from like my uni days, from like when I was out on the town drinking and whatever. Now I'm a mum with like 2 children, and I haven't had an alcoholic drink for like 3 years. I'm in a different place. Whereas like if you were to look at my Facebook, that might not be obvious to some people, because you'd see 19-year-old me living her best life. It's very... It's tricky, isn't it? Because you're moving through the times.
Like you said, Nelly, we don't know what, this is all new to us, and we've just got to kind of move through it and do the best of what we think's the best. So
absolutely.
I think also is what would you do if your child want to be? Because like my boys, they see the YouTuber, especially my younger one. I'm gonna be a YouTuber. I don't need to study. I'm gonna be a YouTuber. And I'm like, don't think so. So they want to be, I have the opposite, like they want to be there. So we discussed that with my husband. So I have a few videos where my younger son was cooking because he loved cooking, So you need to really think, like, you don't want to not to, because they're going to hide and they're going to do behind. I don't want anything. I want to have an open relationship with my children. I want to, I want to be there rather than say no, because you know yourself when you be young. When mom says, no, you're not going to have the mascara on. What did you do?
Rolled the skirt up and shoved loads of mascara on.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's the same our kids going to do. It's just in different level, because this is an online life now. So I don't want to have that relationship. So I let them a little bit.
Like you say, I think one of the most important things is keeping that dialogue open. And I think, what you said there, Nelly, is wanting to be open and have that chat. For me, I'll have the chat 100 times with Nora if she wants to have the chat. But I think that's really important to keep that dialogue open.
It sounds cheesy, but communication is the key in everything.
It really is.
Everything.
Love that.
It's cheesy, but it's cliche for a reason. Like it really is. Okay, so we like to ask every guest at the end of the podcast to finish off this sentence. I'm not judging, and it doesn't have to be anything, judgy, like mean or anything. We don't like to be mean on this podcast. But just say one thing that winds you up within the realm of parenting. So, for example, to stick with a Christmassy idea, seeing as it is December, I'm not judging, but don't worry about perfect wrap presents, a perfectly decorated tree, or Michelin-style Christmas dinner. Just give them your time. So that's an example of one. So what would you do, Nelly? I'm not judging, but, and then how would you finish that sentence?
I'm not judging, but don't believe on Instagram all these pictures, perfect pictures, because there is no one Christmas movie, one Christmas house, one Christmas table perfect. There is always something burnt, there is always something broken, and there is always somebody argue. No, this is all lies. Don't believe what you see. It's a lie. This is not true life. That's it.
Love that.
I love that.
Am I right, girls?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Instagram versus reality. There's a reason why that phrase is a thing.
IRL.
Yeah.
Nelly, I can't thank you enough for joining us today. You are such a joy. And you've given some really amazing advice. So thank you so much for that. Really lovely. You can find Nelly online at Nelly Ghaffar. Now, Nelly, quickly tell us again where people can get your book and when it comes out.
nellyghaffar.com.
Yes! She's a website.
I love it.
I got this.
Yeah, you do. Thank you so much, Charlie and Vix, as always. Love you, girls. We'll be back next week with our last episode before the Christmas break.
Oh my God.
Have a good week, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye.